Let's talk about paragraph formatting. We are going to cover align and indent and how to increase or decrease that indent, bullets and numbers list and how to make a subbullet, line spacing, and how to add in a hyperlink, because this is a Google Doc, right? It's an online document. So if we want to talk about paragraph formatting and align and indent, you'll notice there's nothing up here. There's no align and indent. Where'd they go? Half my stuff's missing. You can click these three dots and anything that was missing will show up here. Now this is remove formatting, so you can do that if you like. So if your toolbar seems to be missing options, the two ways to correct that are to click on these three dots for more, or maybe your window resized itself and it's too small, so you can resize your window and you can see all of my options came back. Okay, for align and indent, you want to click here. I'll click the caret and you can see I have these options. I can left align, center, right, or justify. Now mine is already left aligned and you can tell because all the text is lined up to the left. If I want to center it, click that. If I want it to right align, click that, and now the text is lined up with the right. Justify is a little odd. Justify makes it square. Now it's lined up on the left and the right versus you can see how it's not lined up here. But what justify can do is leave these odd spaces between the words just so that it lines up like this. And mostly you just use this if you're going to do some print work, not necessarily anything you'll do for schoolwork. Okay, let me hit Control Z and go back to how we started. Now if I want to indent, I'm going to click here, unless my window is big enough, and then I'll see them here. So I want to indent to the right. I'm going to click this or increase the indent. I can do as many times as I want, or if I want to decrease the indent, I click this one. Moving on to bullets. Maybe this is a paragraph about what kind of music genre I like, and I want to list bands that I like. So I'm going to type in a couple of bands. Okay, these are bands I currently listen to and enjoy, but I want to make them a little more prominent. I want to put this in a bulleted list. So I'm going to highlight and I can click and I can drag, or I can click in one of the words. Now if I triple click, it just highlights that line. So dragging is your best option here. Here's my bulleted list. Well, we don't need a checklist, but a bulleted list, and you can click the down caret and here's your options. So if I just click that, now it's a bulleted list. Or if I want it to be a numbered list, I would click that. Maybe ranking the artists in the order that I enjoy them. Then for line spacing, a lot of times teachers will say you can have 1.5 or line spacing or double space. So to do that, we're going to use this format option on the menu bar. So if you click format, you have a lot of options here, but we want spacing. So line and paragraph spacing, and that opens up a submenu. It's currently on 1.15. If I click single, you can see the lines got even closer together. So go back to format. Oh yeah, you can do that here too. I want to click 1.5 space. That is what that looks like. Or I can go to double space, and that is what that looks like. Now, if I want to double space the entire document, I can either go to edit and select all, which is Control A, or my favorite is just to hit Control A. And now all of that is selected, and I can come up here to format, lines and spacing, 1.5 space. Now, if you do that, it's going to leave some odd spacing between your headings. So I can hit enter, but that's still odd spacing. So what I would do is just highlight your titles, go up to format, line spacing, and 1.5, and it brings them back together. Now, one of the really nice things about using Google Doc is that you can insert hyperlinks. So let's put the name of my bands back. Again, we're going to pretend this is a assignment I wrote, an essay I wrote about my favorite bands. So now I want to put a hyperlink to Alvaro Sol, or Soler, he goes by both. I'm on YouTube. This is a song he just released. I'm going to click share, copy, then come back here to my notes. Now adding in a hyperlink is fairly easy. You can either, you need to highlight where you want it. You can either go to insert, link. You can use Control K, or I usually just highlight it, right click, insert link. And then you're going to paste that. So Control V is what I do, or you can right click and choose paste. You can see Control V. Hit apply. And there you go. There's your link. And that wraps up this section.